Hello there. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate the 3311 final project, parking system management. This project is called instaParking. So my project is called instaParking, and this project was done on Eclipse. The language used was Java version 8. The build tool used is Maven. You can see from the reports. The design pattern used over here has been singleton, builder, and data access object pattern. And you can see the file structure over here. These are all the classes, all the GUI classes, the interfaces, and the corresponding test cases done on JUnit. You can see the folder over here. I've attached all the necessary diagrams, and let's get straight into the demonstration. So I run it through Eclipse, and we see that the project is on. So let's start with registering somebody. So let's register a customer. So in this registration pane, we can register a customer. So let's register somebody. Let's name him Tom, and we name him Tom Durant. We give him Tom 12, Tom 15 at gmail.com. Give him a phone number, give him an address, Street. Let's give him Young Street. He's a customer, so give him a username Tom11. No, Tom20. Give him a password. Let's give him a password called user20. And it says successfully registered. So let's see if he is. We go to the CSV, and we go to the database, which is a CSV file. It mimics the database, and there you go. Tom Durant is right here. Okay, so we keep it down there. And let's go to the login. Let's log in Tom20. His user 20 is logged in. So now let's book a spot for him. Let's book it downtown. Let's book downtown 20. So the spot is occupied. You cannot book over here. Let's try 21. That's a free spot. So let's book a date. Let's say we want to book it 25th of April. No, let's say 27th of April. Let's give it a time at 10 in the morning. And we give it a time, and then we give a duration. Let's say we want to do 10 hours. So we can only book from anywhere between 1 hour to 24 hours. So 10 hours, and now pressing the DR button, we can calculate the price. So it's going to be $20 for him. Let's give him a license plate, Ontario 13. Let's give a credit card. You can also pay with PayPal and debit card, but let's go with credit card. Let's give him RBC 1312. And voila, he's booked. So when you press this button, it automatically pays for you and automatically reserves your spot in your desired destination. Sorry, in your desired spot. Now let's see if he's booked. He is booked. Now let's book him another time. Let's book him another spot. Let's say we want to book him another spot in Square One. We want to book him something today, so let's give it Square One 12. That's free. Let's book him 1 hour from now. Let's give it 20. And we book something for 6 hours. No, let's book it for 2 hours. So the calculation is gonna be $2 per hour. His number, let's book it for another car. So ON23, and his card was RBC. We can book another card as well. We can book TD. And let's book another spot. Spots booked. Now let's say I want to cancel a booking for him. So I want to cancel, let's go this one. So what I do is I just put in the spot number. And there you go. It's canceled. Now just go back and log out. That's all for the customer. Now let's go for add parking enforcement officer. So let's say, who do we have as a parking enforcement officer? So we have Andy. We have Andy, and so Andy is in. Now Andy can view all the spots that are booked by a parking enforcement officer. Now Andy wants to book something. So let's say he would want to book someplace at Yorkdale, and he can book. So the display from that he sees on his GUI should give him the signal like which place is booked and which place isn't. So let's say Yorkdale, he would want to book Yorkdale 1. That's booked. Now let's say Andy would want to replace York 18, which is this one. So what he would do is just go for York 18. There you go, it's gone. And that's all for the parking enforcement. Now let's go for an admin. And who do we have as an admin? We have Joe. So we have admin Joe. We have Joe. We have Joe. So now what Joe can do is Joe can add and remove parking enforcement officer, and he can book a customer's payment. So let's go to Joe and let's add and remove a parking enforcement officer from the admin. So let's give it, let's give something. Let's name him. So let's name him John Rambo. Let's give him a phone number. Let's give him an address. Let's name him a Tall Street. So John. And we name him, we give him a password, a temporary password, which he can change later on. Give it PO20. And he's at it. Now let's go back to our database and let's see if he is. He is, right down here. Now let's remove the guy. So there you go. John Rambo is removed. And we can add him again. And he's at it. Now let's go to the change payment status. And we haven't confirmed Tom's payment yet. So what we do is we just see Tom's payment time, which is here, the timestamp of the payment, which means it's been paid. So Tom 20, and his email was Tom. We can see it from the database as well, if in case we have forgotten it. It was tom15@gmail.com. And the parking space number he booked is square 112. There you go. And we see in the admin database his place is there. He has been confirmed. Now we can go back and we can log out, and that's all for the demonstration. Hope you liked it. Thank you very much.